Hi Libra, lovely Libra. Welcome to your June 2020 forecast for love. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to see what's happening in the month ahead with this lovely deck here. And then we're going to pull a spirit oracle message for you in your love life from that deck there. So without further ado, my dears, we're going to jump in here. This is my monthly love reading. If you're sick and tired of love, or if you care about other parts of your life, be sure to watch the weekly forecasts on my channel. But once a month, we focus on love. And that's what's going on here. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Alrighty, my dear. So let's get right on into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So your first card here is the Three of Pentacles. And this is going to be about foundations. This is going to be about working together or coming together. All right, so some of you could be on some kind of a financial project or a partnership where you're kind of trying to build something, and there could be somebody coming in this way if you are single. However, I feel that's more like a very small percentage. I feel for the majority of Libra, the Three of Pentacles is coming in the way of building foundations. Because for me in a love reading, when Three of Pentacles comes up, it's like, this is promising. This looks good. We may be able to work this out, but I've been fooled before. And I just really, really want to make sure that I'm getting what I'm seeing here. Right? So like you're taking it slow. You're not fully in the energy of where like you're sold and you're like, yes, like let's do this. Let's run off. Or let's reconcile or whatever it might be. But you're like, this looks good. This looks promising. We have something to build on. Let's just take it one day at a time and see where it flows and see where it goes. We've all been in that situation, like when you're looking for a serious relationship and you might come across someone who says, oh, well, I just want to see where it goes. And really, they're just like trying to buy time and they're just trying to like, you know, ding dong dash, you know. But the Three of Pentacles is genuine energy. It's genuine. It's like, I don't want to rush in because I want this to work. I'm looking for something long term. I'm looking for like my person. If we're going to get back together again, I don't want to break up again. So it's kind of like just really, really, really taking it slow to make sure that everyone is on the same page and to make sure that everybody is who they're saying that they are. And Libra, you might be in that energy. You might, I don't want to say you're being skeptical, but you're being cautious. I feel your energy is cautious. Like you've been disappointed. You don't have time for this. And for whatever reason, Libra, I feel like a lot of you are looking for a very strong intellectual connection. So even like if you're doing something in terms of reconciling, you're not going to be in a hurry to jump back into bed, or you're not going to be in a hurry to do something with like being super romantic. Like you're wanting conversations in general, even if it's not about reconciliation, even if it's somebody new entirely or moving a current relationship forward, you're looking for mental stimulation. And I know that Three of Pentacles is earth energy. It's not air energy, right? But if we had Three of Swords, that would be a completely different meaning. That wouldn't necessarily be about intellectual connection. But for some reason, I feel this is one of the things that you're needing for the foundation. You're like most of your, becoming closer with this person is coming through interesting conversations and exchanging viewpoints and ideas. And I just kind of feel this is the energy that you're in. Your next card here, Libra, is the Six of Chalices. Okay. So Six of Chalices, that might be why reconciliation jumped out of my mouth. And even see here, it's like there's this couple and they're talking things out, right? And he's just kind of chill. He's like, okay, all right, like what do you want? Let's talk about this, right? So again, conversation, talking, seeing things through. Six of Chalices can also have to do with very familiar connections. It can be that you have a significant soulmate that really feels like home to you, that's returning in this lifetime, that you guys are reconnecting in this lifetime. Six of Cups can sometimes be someone who really, really feels like home, Okay. It can also be like a returning to home. So maybe some of you are doing this as a part of a reconciliation. As restrictions and things begin lifting, you may be taking a trip home, or you may be going with a significant other back to significant places. Like, this is where we got married, or this is where we met. There could be something along those lines happening for some of you. Six of Cups also asks you to be balanced and to be reasonable the way you're looking at a situation, that you're not looking back with rose-colored glasses. You're not remembering it as like completely and totally perfect. That there's reasons why things have been the way that they have been, or there's reasons why things turned out the way that they turned out. But sometimes in hindsight, we have the mistake of remembering things better than they actually were. So if it comes to like an ex that you're having a really hard time letting go of this person to move on, remind yourself there's a reason why it didn't work out. Like, if you all were really so perfect together, you'd be together. You might be really kind of feeling a very strong past life connection, but it may have run this course in this lifetime, right? So if there's no reconciliation in sight, and you're just really kind of looking back at someone from the past, and you know for a fact that they're not coming back, you know, Six of Cups is saying that you might be remembering, not you might be, in that situation, you're definitely remembering things better than they actually were. Okay, but if you open up, you can have a very significant soulmate coming in, where even if there's a past life connection, you're manifesting the one that's meant to stay, like the one that's meant to repeat love with you in this life. Your next card here is the Four of Wands, and this is marriage. This is foundations. This is celebrations. This is good times. And those of you that you watch my readings, or if you've had like a lot of private readings with me in the past, you will have heard me say that sometimes for me, Four of Wands is a card about a homecoming. Like, somebody is going back home and they're showing, I don't want to say they're showing off, but they're just kind of like, this is what's up, and this is where I am at in my life, and this is, you know, like this is what I've done with myself. This is what I've become. And like, people are happy to see you, and they're proud of you, and they're like looking at the ways that you have grown and what you have accomplished. And so for me, Four of Wands can be a traveling or a returning home. And I felt that with you guys. I said some of you might be making travel plans with a partner to go to places that you have a sentimental connection with, right? Some of you might be creating a sense of home with a significant partner or soulmate. Because Four of Wands is not only about weddings, which is traditionally like, oh, Four of Wands, somebody's getting married. And that's absolutely one of the ways in which it applies. But wedding is just a small piece of something. A wedding celebration or a wedding ceremony, it's really about, okay, this is the first step in creating a home, in creating a foundation, right? Creating unity or union. So Four of Wands for me has a very deep like union kind of home foundation. And your first card was about laying down foundation. So Four of Wands seems like it's really growing. Like, it's really like you're taking very positive steps in establishing this in the month of June of 2020. And also, I do feel some of you have something here with like renewing vows or recommitting to someone that you've been with for a very long time. I think that you all have been through a lot, whether it has anything to do with, you know, what's been going on right now globally, or if it's more along the lines of like on a personal level or all of the above. It's like, wow, like I could not have picked a better person to go through this than you. So there may be like a re-falling in love, or like a revamping of that romance, and like a committing to each other again. Like, oh gosh, like I wish I could, you know, commit to you all over again, or I wish I could marry you all over again. And that might be happening for some of you Libras in June. But overall, you're establishing the kind of connection and the kind of relationship that comes with permanence, right? This isn't like hit it and quit it. This isn't playing around. This isn't, in and out of your life. This is solid. You guys are manifesting that solid relationship, solid love energy. Your next card here is King of Wands, okay? And King of Wands can mean a lot of different things in a reading, okay? He can sometimes be a card that to me signifies a lover, like a lover kind of person, or somebody who's a lover, or like a temptation, like a masculine figure person who's tempting someone who's in a relationship. However, because of all the other cards that came before this card, it's pretty safe to say that's not what this is saying for Libra in June 2020. It could be that you're coming into these elements. And you know what's really interesting is Gemini, which is also an air sign, their reading ended off with the Queen of Wands. And your reading is ending off with the King of Wands. So if you have Gemini in your chart somewhere, it could mean that you're really balancing out your masculine and feminine energies. For other ones of you, you could be dealing with a Gemini, and you guys are really getting your yin-yang, masculine, feminine flow here. You're getting it figured out. You're getting in that flow. But put that aside. Let's put that aside. And that might not apply to some of you. So King of Wands could just be you're stepping into this energy. You're stepping into the energy of King of Wands. King of Wands is very take charge, but he's take charge in a way that's beneficial, right? And kind of like the story of the King of Wands is he became king. There weren't opportunities. He created opportunities, and people said, whoa, you're awesome. Like, lead us, show us the way. He's going to fight for the underdog. He's going to find the way, find the solutions, and help other people, do the same. And so you may be taking the lead in the relationship in a way where you're being very loving, you're being very balanced, you're being very helpful, and you're creating change. You may be the one taking the initiative that's creating the necessary change, okay? If you are someone that has been really longing and trying to manifest somebody who has very strong leadership, then I would say King of Wands is coming in to tell you that that's coming in, as well as passion, because of the fire energy. So there could be like I said, I just feel like you guys are falling in love this month, falling in love all over again. Some of you, or you know what, you're falling in love all over again, whether it's a relationship that you're revising or reconciling, or if it's a quote unquote new person. Because if it's a new person, I feel it's somebody returning to you from a previous life, and you guys are falling in love all over again in this lifetime. So that's what it feels like to me. Like, this is like a connection where, it's based on really solid foundations. You guys really connect. You connect mentally, physically, emotionally, a sense of balance here coming in. So it's really, really, really kind of like non-drama kind of love. Like just the non-drama. Because that's one of the things, people will end up in really passionate relationships that have a lot of drama, and they stay because the passion or the chemistry is so hot. And maybe that's been like an issue some of you Libras have had, but you're coming into balance where you're finding that I can have the healthy relationship and it not be boring. Right? Like you're kind of having it all in that way. So let's go ahead and check out your spirit message. And be sure, Libra, to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. And your Venus if you haven't already, especially when it comes to matters of love. That might resonate more for some of you. If you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule on the Calendly link. Alrighty, my dear. So here we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So some of you could be really getting that cleared up as a part of the foundation, right? Like as you're laying down the foundation, you're looking for somebody that mirrors back, even if it's not necessarily religion, but your ethics, your principles, your morals, the things that you value. Okay, this is kind of taken off of the tarot inspired by the Hierophant. Okay, and the Hierophant is about commitments. So it's like you're finding a love that allows you to remain true to yourself. I know it says religion here, but it might not necessarily be religion. Okay, more kind of just like how you live life, your beliefs, your priorities, your principles, all of that. You're building upon all of that. So that's a very powerful confirmation coming in for you guys, Libra. Again, if you're sick of love, or if you want to know about other parts of your life, be sure to watch the weekly forecast. The channeled angel messages will be up soon. Those of you who want to know more about the astrology, or how astrology is affecting your love life, the folks at Truly Divine are still being super duper awesome and offering you guys the super generous 30% off their already very reasonable prices. Love and relationship compatibility reports, natal chart analysis, forecasts for the year, birth chart forecast. So they're still offering you guys the unlimited, as many reports as you want, as many times as you want, 30% off with the Angel 30 discount code. So if you want more like heavier astrology based stuff, I highly recommend you guys go to the professional astrologers. My understanding of astrology is super basic, super beginner. But if you want intuition, if you want me to use my intuition and read cards for you, I'm more than happy to do that if you want to schedule with me on the Calendly link. All right, my dears? So I thank you all so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful, super duper June. And I hopefully will see you all in the comments in the weeklies. Take care.